What is going on Thursday night? How you folks doing? Man, there's been a lot going on this week. Hope you people are paying attention. A lot of things happening with the food industry. Don't know if you've noticed it or not. Ain't looking good. Another wheat report came out this week, and it looks like the wheat harvest for this year is down about 50% from last year. So that's not a good thing. But that's just where we're going to start with your food, folks. Let's see who come in here first tonight. John H. from Arkansas. Appreciate it, buddy. I truly do. Buzz Runner come in there early, too. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Linda Farrow. My girl right there. Debbie Jones. Looking forward to Sunday. I hadn't been to the gun range since we went last, and my trigger finger's getting itchy. Got to get out there and fire some rounds. All right, Glenn Anderson made it. My man. And Craig from New York. You're all the way up in New York. I had to talk to Craig yesterday about some radio stuff. We're going to get together. All you folks in the Orlando area here, we all need to get together. Come on, guys. We got to get together on these comms. Get a system in place so we can talk to each other when things go bad. Rebecca's with us tonight. All right. Did you notice I put that little time change on the bottom of the notice down there? It said 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Central. Did that for you. Who else we got in here? Let me see. I know Rob's in here somewhere. I saw him earlier when I was getting ready to go, and dadgummit, looks like I lost him. Looks like Tennessee's in the house. All right, that's always good. There's Rob right there. He's wanting to get back up to New York. Good luck with that. Who else? Lynn Stalker's with us. My girl right there. Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all you. There's Iowa. Say hello to Paul and Marcia and Kathy, of course. Appreciate you folks being here with me. Well, I just lost all my comments here. This software's killing me, guys. If I miss you, I'm sorry. There it is. It popped back up. Sheila's with us. And Elizabeth White. You haven't been here in a few weeks. Glad you came back to join us. Truly do appreciate it. Devin's with us from Europe. All right. Appreciate you staying up late and coming over here and watching this part of the world operate. Truly do. There's Hill Bill. He wants to say hello to everybody. Yeah. What else we got going here? Looks like that's pretty much everybody. I actually got an email this week. I mean, channels like this, they get trolls. I know it. It ain't no big deal. I'll see their little comments and I'll take them off the videos or whatever. But I actually had one send me an email this week. Hey, off the wall, how you doing, bud? Appreciate you coming in to support us. But I actually got an email from a troll this week that wanted to know why I would do this every week when only, 10 or 12 people drop in to watch. Well, I told him like I've always told you. I enjoy doing it. My whole life I've helped people out. My entire adult life, I've done nothing but try to help people. And I think that's part of what this is. It is for me, I know that. But if I help just one person, just one, get ready for what's coming, it makes it all worth it. It does. It truly does to me. But after I sent him that email, never heard a response. So I don't know if he liked it or not. But all right, I'm flying solo tonight. Lady Prepper's not in here with me. She's in the kitchen with our puppy. He gets a little crazy when it starts raining, and there's supposed to be some rain moving in. So, all right, if you folks haven't gone over to check out Off the Wall, go over there and check him out. He's got a good channel. He posts some good stuff. So, just give him a chance. Let me do that. But hey, if you got any questions tonight, put them in all caps. I'm trying to watch this right here and talk to you guys. I don't have Lady Prepper in my ear telling me what's going on. So uh, kind of help me out. If you got questions, put them in all caps. What we got here? Petition was presented today to keep cash till 2050. Looks like we may keep it for a while longer. Well, we're going to see. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to touch on that here in just a few minutes. I got something going on with bricks. It's actually pretty good news, but it's just prolonging the inevitable. Uh, and the first move was made this week to prove that. So we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. What we got here? It's coming, and we need to help folks wake up. Yes, we do. That's why I do this. Like I said, I don't care if I help just one person. I know I've helped more than that, but honestly, if it's just one person, it's worth it to me because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy coming to talk to you folks. And actually, it's good for me. I get to vent a little bit. You guys have seen me pop off a few things here and there that probably wasn't appropriate, but that's just the way I felt. So, hey, I said it. Diane's with us. There we go. That's another one I know I helped right there. I know I helped her out. Me and her went back and forth a couple of times, and hopefully we helped her straighten out a few things. Send some of that rain down here to Texas. We get it every day. I mean, that's the good thing about being in Florida. Every day about 3 or 4 o'clock, the rain rolls in. We have a few storms, and usually by the time it gets dark, they're out of here. That's why everything stays green down here. Gun show this weekend. Where? Where's it at, Metal? Let me know. I am curious, buddy. I really haven't been staying on top of that, but I'd like to know. What was the name of that oven that you showed? It was the Ember, InstaFire Ember off-grid stove. I have to highly recommend that. It worked great. I'm going to do another video where instead of using charcoal briquettes and wood, I'm going to use sterno to see how long it takes it to heat up and see how well it cooks. So look for that. And if you hadn't watched that video, folks, go over there and check it out. It's a pretty good little video. I reviewed a product and demonstrated it, and it worked out really great. That's the second piece of equipment that I have reviewed that I got from 4 Patriots, and that's the only one that's worked right. So they're batting 500. The gun show's at the fairgrounds. All right. Appreciate it. I might go out there. Are you going? If you're going, let me know when you're going, about what time we'll meet up. That would be fun. So, yeah, if you want to do that, I'm going to the gun range on Sunday. So if I'm going to the gun show, it'll have to be on Saturday. But let's get on with it here. What we come here to talk about tonight. I lead it off with our wheat crop. Our wheat crop's gone to hell. It's not going to be very, very good this year. It's going to be something we're going to start experiencing the lack of wheat probably around the end of the year or the first of the year, somewhere in that area. But always like to call out new folks. Patriot Ordnance, appreciate it, buddy. I truly do. All right. Thank you for being here. And we got Katie back. But we know our wheat the harvest is bad. So we're going to start seeing some shortages on wheat products unless we can get it from overseas, which ain't looking too good because most of the foreign wheat we get in here is from Ukraine, and Russia's not letting that be shipped out. So start looking for that. That might be a shortage. I told you last week, Tyson Foods is closing 4 of its biggest food processing plants. So, there goes the chicken and the other stuff they produce. And then this week, we find out that Smithfield Foods is closing 35 of its pork farms. That's going to hurt in the long run, folks. They have hundreds of thousands of animals on each one of these farms. And they're shutting them down, and that's just going to create higher prices. Plain and simple. It's that simple. It's just going to create down the road. It'll be a longer term thing. It won't be short term. It's going to happen in a few months, like the wheat problem. Uh, Purple's End's in the house with us, but it's not going to, things ain't getting any better with the food, guys. You might want to drop back, look at your food storage, see what you have on hand, and, you might want to pick that up a little bit. Yep. Smithville's Chinese owned, but guess what? They're here in America and they feed Americans. You can't get away from China. It's that simple. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. You just can't get away from it. They own so much here. They produce so many products. It's sold in so many places here. You just can't get away from it. And that's not a good thing, because if we ever do get into a conflict with them about Taiwan, it's going to hurt us. It really is. But, all right. Now, just, check your food, guys. I can always use more. I know that, and I'm sure you can too. There's my man X in the house. There you, buddy. Like that catch, those bass you caught. Man, that was some good eating right there. All right. Don't forget what? Wheat berries. That's right. Go to the Latter-day Saint store. Get those wheat berries for a great price while you can. We've talked about that before. We got a LDS store here in Orlando. We shop there. Hey, they got some great prices. They don't have stuff like wheat berries. They got number 10 cans with, spaghetti and beans, or just, pretty much everything. They got a good selection over there. What we got here? In Sanford. What you guys talking about? I missed it. Sorry. Go on. Carry on. I missed it. And a grinder for those wheat berries. You got to have that grinder or they're worthless. But they're not that expensive. You can order them off Amazon. They're still pretty cheap. But where are we going to next? The money. Yeah, the money. I always tell you guys about the money. Where's silver at right now? Let me see. We're at $22.92 an ounce. All right. But what you need to pay attention to, if you're getting into that silver market right here, Money Metals that's who we buy from. But if you watch those silver prices, if silver goes up, that means the dollar went down. You can see I got it circled there in red, and vice versa. If the dollar goes up, silver goes down. But that's not always the case. If you see a time where both are up, then that means somebody is manipulating the market, and that's never a good thing. But just keep watching those silver prices. You'll jump in there, you'll get them for, a good price. Right now, anything under 23, I'm going to say buy. That was this morning, and we're at 22.92 right now. Was it? Let me make sure here. Let me go back and make sure. Oh, 93, 22.93. So, yeah, right now is a good time to buy silver. Jump out there and get it if you can. I got a message from a subscriber this week who went out and did that right there. All right. Got him some silver. Started stacking. That's what you need to do. And don't just stop with that right there. Get all you can get. But like I said last week, make sure you got that food first. You can't eat silver. You can use it for currency. When the dollar goes dead, you're going to be using that silver for currency. Just like you're using, hundreds and 50s and 20s now. You're going to be using those ounces and quarter ounces and tenth of an ounces just like that. But get that food, start stocking up on that food, because these signs this last 2 weeks with Tyson, doing what they're doing, and Smithville, shutting those farms. That's a lot of pork products, guys. 35 pork farms from the biggest supplier in the world. They're going to shut them down. That's not good. And then, again, like I said, that wheat harvest is bad. So, the food situation it's probably going to get slim. We'll be lucky if it don't, but hey, just get ready for it, just in case. Get that stuff now. So where are we going from here? Oh, we're going to talk more about your money here. BRICS. They've decided they are not going to introduce a new BRICS dollar. It's not on their agenda for their meeting. 10 days, 10 or 11? No, it's next week. Yeah, next week. But you never know. These people are our enemy, but they're saying they're not going to do it. But if you'll remember, who told you they would not do that initially? Who told you that probably wouldn't happen? This guy. I told you they had already agreed, all of these countries had already agreed to do business with each other, including oil business, using their native currencies. And that started this week, which is not a good sign. Right here, India makes its first oil payment to UAE in their native national currency. That was the first one. They bought over 1 million barrels of crude oil, and they used the rupee to pay for it. Before, they had to use the US dollar. Don't have to anymore. They've decided they're going to, exchange business with their national currencies, circumventing the dollar. And this is just the start. This was the first. It damn sure ain't going to be the last, because it saved them a lot of money, actually. But what's oil? 83 bucks a barrel right now. Let me go check that right now. Let me check that out and see what that oil price is. It is 79.96, 80 bucks a barrel, basically. And they bought 100 million barrels. That's a lot of money, folks. That's a lot of money, U.S. money, that they didn't have to have. That makes our money worth less. And there's more coming. So start stacking that silver. Do it now while you can, because they are slowly getting away from that U.S. dollar. And it's just going to make our dollar worth less, which is going to make your silver or your gold worth more. So jump out there and get it while you can, while it's cheap. Oh, we got any questions here? Let me check before I keep ranting here. All right, looks like we don't. But another thing happened this week that I thought, this is sad. It really is. Wait a minute. Before I get into that, I discovered something this week I want to pass on to you guys. If you put together those solar power systems, like I showed you how to build in the video, and you use the solar charger, it looked like that, the blue ones, black and blue ones, 10 amps. You want to replace that with a Renogy. I know you can't see, it's hard to see. You want to replace it with a Renogy Wanderer 10 amp. I replaced these this week with these, and the performance increased tremendously. I think as long as I was using this right here on my portable systems, I was never getting a full charge on those systems. But now, I put this on, and I charge my batteries in my shed. I got a solar power system in my shed. And I put this Renogy charge controller on there, ran it for 1 day. I charged it for 1 day. Here we are 3 days later, and I still have 13.1 volts in those batteries. That thing put some power in there quick. So, it improves your performance tremendously. It's a Renogy Wanderer. I also put a Renogy 40 amp on my emergency system. So when a hurricane knocks the lights out, I got plenty of power, and the performance on that one skyrocketed too. So those Renogy charge controllers, I don't care what brands you got, replace them with energy. That's the way I feel about it. I might be wrong, but they work good for me. But I wanted to make sure I told you guys that before I went on. So, all right, let me get on with what I came here mostly to talk about, and it's what's happening with. Our country's going to hell. Everybody knows it's going to hell. And while it's getting worse, Americans are getting weaker. And here's a good example of that. In Washington State, the citizens got together and ousted the school board members in Washington State that wanted to let their children have a choice, or let them have a choice, whether they wanted to, be muzzled or not, like we did back during those days. And they, those people wanted them to have that choice, and they kicked them out of office. How damn stupid is Americans getting? Okay. Well, this is Washington State, It's pretty much a lost cause like California. It's even worse than Oregon. Oregon's kind of right in the middle. But I mean, Washington State is just it's gone. It's gone. It's totally socialist, totally communist. And this is proof of that. The parents don't want the freedom to have that choice. How damn dumb can it be? So they're wanting to muzzle their children, send them back to school. And I can't see, I just can't the way I grew up, I cannot understand Americans wanting to give up their liberties. But these people chose to do that. And they kicked politicians out of office that was giving them that choice. How damn dumb can Americans get? I shouldn't ask that question. Somebody will take it as a challenge and do something even dumber. I have no doubt. But the biggest problem I see coming right now is what's going to happen with the children of these people. And, let me say millennials, a lot of millennials, let me put it that way. Millennials are kids from like 15 to, I'm gonna make it 10 years, 25. These people grew up weak. They grew up just without knowing how to do anything. And as times get harder, they're going to have a harder time living. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to end it all. It's that simple. They're going to end it all. It's happening already. This is from a study from Florida Atlantic University. Teenage suicides are going through the roof right now. And it's because they can't cope with the hardships in our society. It's, and this is just proof of it's bad and it's going to get worse. And suicide rates, have gone up 35% since 2019. That's a ridiculous number, guys. And it's because we haven't raised children or young adults that can deal with problems on their own. They had these helicopter parents that took care of everything in their life. And now they see things getting worse. They can't cope with it. Some of them are starting to, have to grow up and get out on their own. And they just cannot deal with it. That's right. That's right. But, and as America gets worse and worse, we're going to see more and more of this. So people need to step up and teach their children, even the young adult children, 22, 23, 24. Parents have got to step up. And if they didn't teach them before how to deal with adversity, how to have, self-discipline, how to have respect for others or personal responsibility, they need to do it now, and they better do it damn quick. Because at the rate things are going, in 2 years, they keep talking about the election in 2024. That don't matter. In 2 years, it's going to be so bad here. Inflation's going through the roof. More and more people are homeless. These these younger people have got to learn to do with for themselves. And me working at a college, I worked at a college for 20 years, in the safety department, and I watched progressively every year as these students coming in, they went from like 18, 19-year-old young adults to 18 and 19-year-old children, and that's an absolute fact. In that time frame I was there, students were coming in there wanting to be adults. They were wanting to learn. And then by the time I left, they were bringing them in. They were treating them like kindergartners. They were decorating the campus buildings with, Little Mermaid and 101 Dalmatians and stuff like that. And they were treating these people coming in like children. And that's what they are now. And if things do go bad, if the economy does collapse, if the grid fails, it's just going to be mass suicide across this country. Can you imagine somebody, their whole life was like this, and then all of a sudden they think that's their life, and then all of a sudden they don't have it anymore? Ain't going to work out well, folks. Ain't going to work out well at all. So you need to get them ready, and you need to get ready. Because if it does happen, your life is going to change in an instant. All the conveniences you know now will be gone. Hopefully you're old enough to deal with it, to adapt and overcome and cope. But these younger people nowadays, they're not going to be able to do that unless you start teaching them now. If you have children, if you have grandchildren, and you can teach them how to be responsible, how to be take care of themselves, how to fish, how to hunt, how to track. I'm going to tell you what, folks, it's coming. It's coming fast. So you better do it now. If you don't know how, get with somebody that does. It's not a shame not to know something. That's not a shame. What's a shame is to not know it and know you need to, and you don't seek help. That's a shame. Do it, folks. I'm telling you, the time's coming. I done got up on my soapbox here. I'm sorry, guys. Whoa, I want you guys to be ready. I want to be able to help you. You know what I tell you? Shoot me an email if you got any questions. I'll be glad to tell you anything I can. That's an absolute fact. A lot of people have tapped into that resource. Some of you hadn't. That's okay. I'm just here to help you if I can. But start teaching those younger people, folks. If it's your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, do it. Because 10 years from now, absolutely they're going to have to know how to do it. I'm thinking we might be able to go about 2 more years the way we're going now. But after that, I'm not talking Mad Max, but I'm talking, it's really going to get tough. Food's going to get short. Money's going to be worthless. People are going to have to learn to do on their own. And you know that. If you don't, I just told you. You can think I'm a crazy old man if you want to, but I can guarantee you one damn thing. If it all collapses right now, I'm going to be fat and happy a year from now. Because I know how to get food. I know how to protect myself. I know what I got to do to offset that worthless money. So I'm going to leave that right there, folks. That's what I wanted to come tell you tonight. How about radio channel? All right. Yep. All right. What we need to do is get together, either shoot me an email. If you folks want to get together and do a thing on radios, we can do that. Or I can do it here. My GMRS, I'm on channel 19. I'll tell you that right now. And on ham radio, I'm always on 444.075. That's where I stay on my radios. But we need to get, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put together a program on just radios and where we can talk together If you're in a local area, or it don't matter where you are, you can hit those repeaters and you can talk all over the country. But I'll do that. We'll get that together, and I'm going to get it going as soon as I can. But we have to do it, guys. If you're in Orlando here, if you're in this area, and you want to be able to communicate with like-minded people, let's get it together. Let's get us a network together, and get the equipment we need, and make the contacts we need to make, and make sure we're shored up on that. So I'm glad you brought that up. We got to do it. We got to do it. But I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you enough taking up my 30 minutes of your life, and I appreciate it, folks. But if you got any questions or any comments, shoot them to me in an email. You know where it is, right there. There it comes, right there, right there. Ooh, yeah. Shoot it to that guy right there. I'll get it together for you. We'll communicate and get things set up. So, with that, stay strong. Keep prepping, guys. You got to do that. It ain't getting no better. Check your food storage. Start checking your food storage. Sure it up. Try to get you at least, at minimum, 6 months worth of food. Reach out there and try to get a year's worth of food after you achieve that. It's not that hard to do. You can do it a little bit at a time. And it don't cost you much if you do it a little bit at a time. In my Facebook prepper group, At the Ready. Come over there and join that if you want to. We're always posting bargains. When something's on sale, we're putting it out there. Like right now, if you're ordering on Temu today, whatever it is, they got a Baofeng radio handheld walkie-talkie on sale for $2.99. You might not need it right now, but drop it in that shopping cart for $3. You can't beat it. Have them send it to you. All right. That's the kind of thing we post on our Facebook group. So come on over there and join that. I'd appreciate it. So with that, the Orlando Prepper is out.